Hi, this is Deb, and I am going to introduce you to our March project, and it is called Postcards of Friendship. So it's the Postcards of Friendship project, and basically what that is, we are going to be making crazy quilt postcards. They finish out at approximately 5 by 7, and there are all different ways that colorways, fabrics that you could use. These happen to be some Jen Kingwell fabrics. You could use 30s. I've got one over there that's in 30s prints. So, you know, you could use solids. But the whole idea is you're going to make postcards to send to a maximum of 3 people. So you can sign up to do 3 people. And you will send each of them a postcard, and then they will send you a postcard. But it's very important that you include your signature on the postcard. So you can either put the signature on the front or on the back of the postcard. And that will be part of the fun of the swap. Will be having the signature on there. So what you're going to need are fabric scraps. You're going to need an iron, self-healing mat, and rotary cutter. You're going to need a small quilter's ruler that has a 1/4 inch marking. At 8.5 by 11 inch freezer paper that you can use in your copier. I purchased some on Amazon. I don't have that right here to show you. But you can either send, because I've got templates already ready for you. So you can print the templates onto your freezer paper, 8.5 by 11, by sending it through the copier, or you can trace them by hand, whichever you prefer. If you plan to do your decorative stitching, see now you can see here that I did my decorative stitching on machine. So if you're going to use a machine like I did, then you're going to want to use some kind of a lightweight to medium weight stabilizer on the back. It'll just make your job so much easier if you've got that stabilizer on there. Or you can do that by hand. You can do your decorative stitching by hand. You will need a micron Pigma pin, which looks like this. This is a micron Pigma pin, and you can use this to put your signature on with, or you can use embroidery thread and embroider your name onto your block. So you've got a choice there. You'll want to have some kind of decorative thread, trim, lace, buttons, other embellishments. So as you can see here, this one's completely except for the stitching, it's unembellished. This, I've got a little piece of lace right here. And you can put buttons and all other kinds of little frou-frous on here. So you'll want to have things like that if you choose to. You'll want to have some type of a lightweight batting, such as Warm and Natural. or Hobbs. This is Hobbs. To sandwich your postcard front and back together. And you'll want to have some kind of a muslin or other neutral fabric to print the back of your postcards onto. And again, that would be 8.5 by 11. You could actually take your 8.5 by 11 piece of muslin, iron it onto your freezer paper, and run it through the printer that way as well. You don't have to buy anything special. And you can cut your freezer paper if you've got freezer paper on a roll like this. You can cut that into 8.5 by 11 pieces and put that through your printer that way. That's the way I did it. So in the files, I'm going to put the templates, the instructions, and the backs of the postcards. So these are the backs, and they are the exact same size as I had mentioned. These are about 5 by 7, and the backs are 5 by 7. A little bit. The outside line is 5 by 7. The inside line is a little bit smaller, so that you've got room in case you want to put a binding on there or whatever it is. So these are the backgrounds, or the backs of the postcards. And I just used a variety of stamps. And you certainly do not have to use these backs if you don't want to, or the templates. So here are the templates, and it is just if you have ever used any of or done any of Sherry's designs where she does template piecing, it's the very same thing. It's all it is template piecing. Very, very simple to do. So I've just got a variety of templates, and you are welcome to use those. You can design your own if you want. Again, they're about 5 by 7, or they are 5 by 7. So if you want to design your own, that's fine as well. So I will have written instructions, and I will have a video of how to do template piecing. It is very, very simple. Basically what you're going to do is, this is on freezer paper, and you'll notice that the pieces are numbered. And so you're going to start cutting your pieces out with the last number first. So in this case, you're going to cut the 7 out. So you'll notice that the outside, before I get into the 7, hang on to that thought. You'll notice that the outside perimeter of these templates is red. That line is red. And that's for a reason. Because when you are cutting your template pieces out, you are going to add a 1/4 inch. That's why you need this ruler, because you're going to add a 1/4 inch seam allowance to all the pieces except for the red line. So only on the black lines. So the red line, you don't need to do that, because as you can see here, it's unnecessary to do it on the outside like that. You're only going to add 1/4 inch on the inside pieces. So you're going to trim around it. You're going to start with number 7. You're going to take number 7 and again, this is on freezer paper. And I'm just going to do this right quick so you get the gist. Okay, you're going to take your first piece, which is number 7, and you are going to iron it onto your fabric choice, making sure that you have got a 1/4 inch all the way around the black lines. Now remember, you're going to cut directly onto the red line. You're not going to allow yourself a seam allowance there. So you're going to iron that on. Like that. You're going to take your quilter's ruler. You're going to set it on this 1/4 inch line right there, just like that. So you're going to run that 1/4 inch line right along the edge of that template piece, and you're going to cut it with your rotary cutter. Same thing over here. Cut it with your rotary cutter. Here, you're going to cut it directly on the red line. Here and here. And when you get done, it's going to look like this. So the red lines are cut on the red line. The black lines have got a 1/4 inch seam allowance. You do not want to take the paper off. Leave the paper on, because that's going to help you when you are putting your pieces together. So as you can see here, I've still got my paper on. So you will follow the instructions that are in with the templates, how to sew them together. So basically it's going to work, and you'll be able to see that as you progress. You'll be able to see exactly the format for sewing them together, rather than following the directions, if that makes sense. So like, you're going to put 1 and 2 together, and then you're going to sew 3 to 1 and 2, and then you're going to sew 4 to 1 and 2, and then you're going to sew 5, and then you're going to sew 6, and then you're going to sew 7, and then you'll have the whole thing together. So it's very simple to follow along. It's very simple to follow along, but I will, as I've mentioned, I will have written instructions telling you sew 1 and 2 together, sew 3 to 1 and 2, sew 4 to the whole piece, sew 5 to the whole piece, sew 6 to the whole piece, So 7 to the whole piece. And when you sew these together, because you've still got the paper on there, you're just going to basically line that paper up just like that, and you'll sew it, and then you'll sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So it's very important that you leave that paper on there, and it'll look just like that. So I don't know for sure now that I have showed you how to do this and how to cut these. I don't know if you really need another video that shows you, you know, the process. So read through the directions. See what you think. Take a look at everything. If you think another video would be helpful to show you the exact process, then let me know, and I'll do a video, a process video. I'll do 2 different process videos. I'll do this one and then this one. But as I had said, if you have done Sherry's template piecing, then it's the very same thing. You're going to know how to do that. So anyway, I think that is everything. I will include, when I put this on the Facebook group, I will include more information regarding how to sign up and what the deadlines are and all those kind of things, so that you've got that information in writing, easier to access rather than in a video. So anyway, I think that's going to do it, and I'm going to sign off for now. Again, if you need further instruction, please let me know, and I will make a couple of process videos. All right, so I hope that you will read through these directions and learn more about the Postcards of Friendship project, and looking forward to seeing what all you guys make. Talk to you later. Bye.